And when you referenced trade policy, you know, there are obviously the sort of the big one right now that's being discussed is this Trans-Pacific Partnership. John Kerry is giving a speech about it as we speak. And I wanted to know, what is DESA's view of the impact of that and the TTIP proposal on both the U.S. economy, because that's a political consideration here, but on the world economy? What's your view of how they should either be modified, disclosed, or otherwise? Thanks.
About the TPP, from a UN or from a DESA point of view, we don't consider that as a single issue. We analyze that issue from the perspective of multilateral trading system. That is, compare that with the WTO. From that point of view, it's kind of, at best, TPP, it's paradoxical. For example, if you say those 20, something like 20 areas covered in this TPP, from e-commerce, you know, to other services, you know, this intellectual property rights, labor standard, environmental standard. Indeed, TPP set much higher standard than WTO negotiations. So it's from that you probably say it's a little bit forward-looking, or it's more advanced. On the other hand, if you say from a developing countries' point of view, both this Trans-Pacific Partnership as well as this Transatlantic, they are US and EU centered. So it's a setback, actually, the progress made in multilateral trading system after World War II. So it's backwards from that point of view. Means actually developing countries, they don't have much voice or bargaining power in these two major developed economy-driven, you know, this regional trade, the largest two trade agreement. So from a UN point of view, we are still in favor of multilateral trading system of WTO, because any regional trade agreement, including these two biggest ones, definitely they are discriminatory for a large number of non-member countries. And to a large extent, they are also undermining this multilateral trading system in terms of diverting not only trade from other regions, but also divert the political efforts for many countries to work on, to push forward this WTO trade negotiations, the Doha round. And also, trade is not the end, it's just a means. It's a means for development. So from a development point of view, we should focus on whether trade negotiation can contribute to development or not. It's not just how much trade it will generate. So in that sense, it's more complicated than just you look at the single. I mean, we don't pay too much attention to the political debate right now still ongoing in US on this issue.